You're listening to DraftKings Network.
When it comes to towing, seeing is believing. That's why Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology offers up to 8 available cameras for 14 unique views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Chevrolet, together let's drive. Learn more about Chevy Trucks at Chevy.com. Safety or driver assistance features are no substitute for the driver's responsibility to operate the vehicle in a safe manner. Read the Vehicle Owner's Manual for important feature limitations and information.
Greg, what are your thoughts on Doomsday?
Wow.
It should be terrifying. Pardon me.
$5.
I know. That's 15 now I owe. It should be terrifying because the Doomsday Clock supposedly shows us as close as we've ever been to the complete final annihilation of the human race.
How do they calculate that? Is it like Pro Football Focus, or is it environmental and political?
The only thing I know is that it's based on a clock, and when the clock...
Where can you find the clock?
It's somewhere because it's...
Google.
That's a great question.
But wouldn't it every day it be the closest it's ever been?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No, they've moved it back previously.
Right.
Then
if all of a sudden there's peace
if you move it back.
if all of a sudden there's peace on Earth and there's no war, you can look around the entire globe and there's no wars, I suspect it goes a little bit in the direction of humanity.
I'd like Doomsday to keep an appointment. You know what I mean? Like, if this is the day, this is the day. Like, I worked my schedule around Doomsday. Let's stick to a day and a time.
Do we know the day and the time? Like,
Yeah.
The premise of the Doomsday Clock is it says it's a design that warns the public about how close we are to destroying our world with dangerous technologies of our own making. So right now, we're 90 seconds to midnight.
Yeah, they just announced this, and the people in charge of the Doomsday Clock is a bunch of atomic scientists, and I see here a photo, ceremonially, they have a clock that's 90 seconds to midnight, and standing beside it is Bill Nye the Science Guy.
He can save us.
So Bill Nye is part of a collective that is moving us closer to Doomsday.
So we should definitely take it seriously.
And so when I mentioned that I should be
I do take him more seriously than if it were Beekman.
No, I take Beekman seriously.
Really?
You know what I mean? 90 Seconds of Midnight sounds like a band Jeremy
Yeah,
would
what?
love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love them. 30 Seconds to Mars, 90 Seconds to Midnight, same thing.
Same shit.
But this is a children's television scientist weighing in on the...
He's still a scientist.
He's a scientist.
No, I understand that, but
Sells
it's
out
just
Roker, you know what I mean?
To
No.
take the Doomsday Clock seriously, as many do,
Right.
and I'm not taking apart his credentials. I know he's a very credentialed scientist, but also this feels very political because he's standing next to the clock. Like Bill Nye is. I mean, I know it's a collective, but he's there. He's among 6 people that represent the best and brightest of this atomic scientist collective.
Who are they? Name them.
Yeah, for real.
No Oppenheimers there.
Well, the modern day Oppenheimers.
I don't know about that.
Okay, well, I
ponder
can't. I wasn't really prepared
Greg. Let's ponder
to
that.
pick apart the collective of atomic scientists, but I guess I was asking for it when I mentioned that Bill Nye, the science guy, was next to the clock.
What are his atomic,
I mean, for what it's
credentials?
worth, it was founded in 1945 by Einstein and Oppenheimer.
Oh, we'll get here
wow.
already. Then.
How about that?
45, jeez.
Right, but we should be more worried about this, is my
Right.
point.
I got to tell you, it does feel, at least to me, it feels like it checks out.
Do you feel like those scientists are rooting for it to happen so they could be right?
Yes. No, no one's rooting for the. Well, I mean, I'm sure there are some, but
Rooting for the end of the world.
I think so they could die right. Yeah.
No. They're right whether the world ends up ending now or not.
No,
because this is
5,000
the
years?
warning.
No.
No, hold on a second.
The world has to
okay.
end for
So
them to be right.
what are we supposed to do with this warning? They come out with this.
We're supposed to
This
stop
bulletin.
the war in
Put on
Ukraine,
shutters? I mean, what are you going to do?
and
right? Like,
climate emissions.
does anyone in China,
Get
the
water
U.S.,
and toilet
Russia,
India?
the Middle East decide, hey, maybe we walk this back? Bill Nye said we're
No one's ever listened to
too aggressive.
That's the thing. I don't
scientists
think
before.
I don't think Putin's listening to Bill Nye, the science
Be like,
guy.
he's got a point.
Yeah.
I don't think the clock is very helpful. I think we need a pie chart.
Well, 3/4 of it is missing.
essentially what
it's
it
so
is, right?
confusing.
It's also
It starts at 9 o'clock.
It's also 90 seconds to midnight,
Right.
which is all right. Seems like I have some leeway here. Wake me up in a minute.
So it's 11:58:30. Is that what we're talking about?
Wake me in a minute.
Yeah.
I feel like if I only have 90 seconds to live, I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
You know?
So with 30 seconds left, that's when we really panic. Is that
More
your
like
point?
10. I'd say like when the countdown starts from 10, I think that's when we got to figure it out.
When
10
you
seconds.
when the new year comes, no one starts counting at 90.
30.
How fluid
Exactly.
is how fluid is this? Daily, can they adjust it? If there's a missile strike in the Middle East, is
Right.
Bill Nye the Science Guy going to move it forward 10 seconds?
Here's when they adjust
Yes.
it. Here's when they adjust it. When they're bored and they want attention. That's when they adjust it.
Exactly.
Where's Jared Leto?
He'll save the day.
Hey folks, it's Mike Ryan. The holiday season is upon us. Christmas is coming next week. So, what are you doing for it? I imagine you're going to have some family over. How do you entertain the family? How do you keep everybody happy? Well, I know one easy way. Make your holiday time Miller time. Bring out a nice silver platter of that beautiful white can or bottle, whatever your preference. Heck, do it on draft. As long as it's got that beautiful amber color and was triple hops brewed, you know it's going to be a hit. Why? Because Miller Lite has taste you know you can depend on. No games, no gimmicks, just great beer for people who like beer. You'll take a sip, look around, see your family, and know you immediately made the best decision possible. Because Miller Lite is brewed for taste. It hits different than other light beers. Simple ingredients like malted barley for rich, balanced toffee note flavors in the iconic golden color. The original light beer since 1975 and still the best one. Making memories at year-end gatherings? Tastes like Miller time! Go to MillerLite.com/stand to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.